Hey, how's it going today, guys? This is Anthony. Today we're going to talk about what is CBD oil. For you that are new to the channel, this is my first video, and today we're going to talk about a little bit of CBD oil. You probably heard a lot about it going on around in the news, how big it's exploding, the health benefits. I mean, everybody's heard about CBD. If you haven't heard about CBD now, I mean, maybe you haven't been on the internet, but it's just been about everywhere. And today we're just going to talk about what exactly is CBD oil, right? And most of the time when people think about CBD oil, they're thinking marijuana, weed. They're thinking, the stuff people used to smoke and get real high, and they still do. But the thing is, CBD oil is actually one of the chemicals in marijuana, right? So you can head over to Medical News Today, and right, they share a lot of everything what you need to know about CBD oil. I mean, people are taking CBD oil for all kinds of symptoms. And there's a lot of controversy because we're affected how we're worried about how it's going to affect the human body, and they're also pretty worried about how it was going to um, stand up against the government and everything. So the government is many states have made CBD oil illegal. So what's going on right now is they're saying that products containing the compound are now illegal in many states of America where marijuana is not. So what's going on is there's been a lot of health benefits found out, and people are a little worried about the federal government. So, but in 2018, the country's Food and Drug Administration approved the prescription use of um, Epidiolex, which is a purified form of CBD oil. Right, so it treats for two types of epilepsy. So, what is CBD oil? It is a compound, right, known as a cannabinoid in the cannabis plant. Now, what is a cannabinoid? A cannabinoid is a chemical concoction, right? Just like THC, that's the stuff that gets you high. What it does is the CBD does the same thing the THC does, but there's no hypnotic effect. You're not getting high or anything like that. What it does is it goes to your neurotransmitters and it calms you down. It actually helps you heal your neurotransmitter, but we'll get into that later. That's a deeper video on a lot of the studies that they're doing, right? So basically, CBD oil is known as delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the THC, but the CBD is different, right? So marijuana does contain both THC and CBD, but they have different effects, like I was saying. So THC is the one that creates the mind-altering high, right? When you're cooking and eating it, or smoking it. That's the most common way is to smoke it. And CBD is different, right? Now it's not psychoactive. It does not change your state of mind, right? So I've taken it personally. It does not change your state of mind. Now, what also does, it does produce, CBD does produce a little change in the body, and that it has many medical benefits. Now, there is tons of studies and case studies that CBD does help with a lot of health benefits. It helps so much, right? So, thing is, CBD comes from hemp, right? Now, hemp and marijuana come from the same plant, but cannabis, sativa, but they're two different, very different, right? Um, Now, many marijuana farmers have selected their plants to create high levels of THC because that's what people wanted to do. They wanted to smoke and get high off the THC, which is still, marijuana contains thousands of chemicals, um, just like cigarettes do, but a lot of better chemicals. So THC and CBD are both in marijuana. So you do get CBD when you smoke regular marijuana, but when you use hemp, it's it's the different off plant of marijuana. And what it does is you just get the CBD, you don't get any of the THC. Now, they go over some of the benefits inside of CBDs. Now, it just affects everybody. I don't know if you've ever tried it or if you have, but a lot of people are using a prescription over the counter to relieve stiffness and pain, including chronic pain. There's a video on YouTube you can watch. The guy, he smokes. He was actually stuttering, and they gave him CBD. They stopped seizures. That's what you see a lot in the news. A lot of people are the seizures. CBD helps calm the system down. So it repairs the sheaths of your neurotransmitter. So that's where your brain, since there's a lot of chemicals in your brain, and when your brain connects, it uses these chemicals to function. And the CBD slows everything down and lets it heal and calms you down, and it actually helps people stop having seizures, right? There's no psychoactive compounds in CBD, so that's why people use it to treat any chronic pain. Another big one is it's epilepsy. So after researching safety and effectiveness of CBD oil for treating epilepsy, that the FDA approved the use of CBD for epilepsy. So epileptic seizures, that's serious. As people, they can't even control that. They also prescribe for LGS, which is Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, a condition that appears between the ages 3 and 5. So it's more seizures, or Dravet syndrome, a rare genetic condition that appears in the first years of life that involve frequent fever-related seizures. See, that's pretty scary. And a lot of people want to go the natural route. They don't want to. Nobody wants to really use synthetic drugs. It scares a lot of people. They're not good for your liver. So anything that grows on the earth is typically good for you. And there's always poisonous things on the earth, but this is definitely a safer way to go. If you can go as natural as you possibly can, that's the best thing for your body. Now, like I was saying, talk to you a little bit about CBD. They've had studies that it can fight cancer, which is insane. That goes same principle. Your body calms down and it's able to heal itself. So they know that it suppresses the growth of cancer cells and promotes their destruction. So what it does, see, it's the same concept. It slows your body down, so you can relax, repairs your neurotransmitter sheaths. So that's where your body, your brain, which feeds all your nucleuses, your cells, with how you grow. When you can calm down and relax and let your body think again, non-inflammatory foods, and relax, your body can fight that cancer easier and target it and destroy it before it gets out of hand. Because all cancer is just cells that your body is trying to get rid of because they're not growing right? So if you eat a lot of junk foods, that'll cause cancer. Fast food will cause cancer. It's very inflammatory. It's fried foods. You want to eat very natural, grass-fed beef, plants, but beyond the point. And CBD helps a lot with anxiety, which is awesome. So a lot of your neurotherapeutics, same thing, your neuropaths in your brain. It all helps that. And your brain controls your body. So if you got your brain in sense, you're good. Now, that doesn't mean you can just eat whatever you want. You always have to eat. Try to stay healthy. Stay away from anything that's more than one ingredient. That's my trick. If it has more than one ingredient, most likely don't eat it. Like a bag of chips, let's think wheat, sodium, monosodium glutamate. That stuff absolutely destroys your brain. That gives people seizures, believe it or not, and causes cancer. It destroys your insides. Right, think about it. Think of all the things in potato chips. There's more than 10 ingredients. Just read the back of it. So if it has one ingredient, eat it. If it has more than that, do not eat it. Just think about that, right? Lettuce, one ingredient. Beef, one ingredient. Butter, one ingredient. Milk, one ingredient. Things like that. So CBD also helps with anxiety, type 1 diabetes, acne, Alzheimer's, and now CBD is legal in some U.S. states. I know it's legal to get in Florida. There's New Jersey, California. So it says more than 80 active chemicals in marijuana. So side effects, they haven't found any significant side effects on the central nervous system, vital signs, or mood, even among people who use high dosage. I mean, nobody's died from smoking marijuana yet, and that's tons of THC. Maybe they died doing something stupid while being really high, but nobody died from just the THC. Yeah, the most common side effect was tiredness. Of course, yes, it makes you a little tired. It does. It relaxes you. Some reported diarrhea and change in appetite weight. I mean, that could have just been like mental. But yeah, I guess. Um, Long-term safety data. Well, let's think about it. Anybody who's grown up smoking the weed, I mean, in Asia, this is where marijuana usually grows, in the Asian continent, in the more tropic area with a lot of sun. They were smoking it thousands of years ago, probably around the 1100s. Before that, by the 500s. And no long-term safety data. I mean, those people have been smoking it forever. Anybody who lived in the 60s, 70s, they're smoking it. I mean, the only thing that's killing people today is pharmaceutical drugs and the food that we're being forced down our throats. You know, keeps life simple. Eat the single ingredient foods. That's my motto. Single ingredient foods. You know, plants are a detox. You eat lots of plants, you're going to detox your body. Let's stay on course here. Concerning the FDA approved 2 types of epilepsy research notice of following in clinical trials. The patient information. Okay. So CBD is pretty relatively new, but there's a lot of people starting to take it. I found another website here, the WebMD. So a lot of people are taking CBD now. This guy, Tylenol. Man, you don't want to be taking Tylenol. That stuff destroys your liver. That's horrible, isn't it? Johnson & Johnson. Look that up. That powder, baby powder, Johnson & Johnson baby powder, gave a lady ovarian cancer. Yeah. She's been using it forever on her genitals, and it gave her ovary cancer. There was a whole lawsuit about it. That stuff is not good for you. Okay? Trust me. One ingredient onion. Stay with natural, growing on the earth products. Your life will be a lot better. So let's go into this. Okay, a little bit about here. Strong support epilepsy. So right, goes a lot better. So CBD is from the hemp, right? It's hemp grown, 100% natural sourced. Now, there's one company, if you're going to look at getting any CBD, it's important that you understand how they extract it. Okay, how they grow it and they extract it. First off, you want organic, non-pesticide plants. Okay, our food is highly sprayed with pesticides. We do not do well with pesticides. Anything human that has cells, membranes, even plants, they don't really like it. Pesticides absolutely destroy the nucleus. They confuse the cell and make it grow into cancer. It's just so acidic, and it destroys cells. So you want something that's non-pesticide, right? No Roundup. The bugs are natural. Bugs can eat plants. It's a side effect. It's farmers have to deal with it, but there's natural ways. They can use mushroom sprays to get rid of bugs. So you want a pesticide-free plant, and you want a non-GMO plant. Okay, our agriculture system in the U.S. is horrible with how much GMO. Monsanto is destroying our crops, and I can't stand it. Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, so they're the same company, Monsanto. They helped them fight wars, create chemical warfare, Agent Orange, Bayer, Monsanto. We don't want them messing around with our food. We want our food growing normally, okay? If you go in the Bible, God says that you do not want to modify the plants or the animals, or they will not grow right or get sick, okay? Right, so you want a pesticide-free and a non-GMO plant. Now, once they get the plant, it's fully grown, they have to take the buds, okay? Now, once they grab the buds, how are they going to extract it is extremely important, all right? Now, I know of 3 methods. The first method is using propane. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's propane or methane. And the other two methods I know about are the best. The second one I know about is CO2 extraction. And the third one I know about is pressing. Okay? So the first one, obviously, we do not want propane or methane. Now, what they do is you could do it at home if you want. What you do is you put in a pipe and you push and press methane gas or methane gas through it, and that extracts the oil. Now, the oil needs fat, and I don't know why the way the gas works. I'm not a chemistry major or anything, but I know that it grabs it and turns it into an oil. Because you ever like fill up your methane torch or anything like that, there's liquid on the bottom. That's what comes through, and it goes through the plant and comes out the bottom of a screen, and you get this oily. It's almost like watery, and then you have to let it sit outside and let the methane evaporate. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. So what you want is, because you can be methane is not good for your body at all. So what you want, we use CO2 extraction with CTFO. So CTFO uses CO2 extraction, and that's the air we breathe. So CO2, they use it in paintball guns. It's 100% safe. I mean, you're breathing it in every day. It's carbon dioxide, right? One carbon, two dioxides. It's what we breathe in and what the trees use to create oxygen. They separate it. So we use that. That's what they use, and it cleans it through, and that's how they get the oil. So you get a very clean CBD oil, and they have a lot you can come here and check out. Right, so we can just shop as a customer. Right? They have health, anti-aging, nutrition, and pets. And don't forget, if you want, you can join and become a free associate. And if you know anybody else who would like to use CBD for the benefits or anything like that, you can tell them to go to your website. You'll get a free website just like mine, and they can sign up on yours, and you will get a commission. So it's a win-win situation. You help them, I help you, I find this, you get some off this, I get a little commission. You join up for a free as well. It's a free sign up, you get a free website, and all you have to do is make one purchase. So you make that purchase and you're verified. And once you're verified, you can tell other people about it, and you'll start making commission and build a team. So I'll go into that in another video. But thank you so much, and